Today we will calculate maximum and absolute bending moment when a series of point loads are moving simply moving a girder in bridges. Okay. So, let us consider this example. 24-meter girder this one load this load, okay, actually just a minute, okay, this load system is crossing the span of 25 meters simply supported at two supports A and B. Okay. In last class I told you how to calculate how to find the maximum bending moment at a section, in case of bending moment, two type of thing can be there. One thing is that at any section, say this section is x, okay. Due to moving load, that section will exert certain type of bending, certain type of maximum, certain type of bending moment, and at some particular condition and some particular position of the load system over the beam, it will give the maximum moment at any particular section. And that I have told you in previous class that this condition is possible only when average loading in left part and right part is same. Okay. In case of UDL, that condition always fulfilled, but in case of point load this condition never fulfills. Okay. And I told you that in such conditions we observe the point load, we notice the point load which is responsible to alter the loading in the segment, in these two segments. Okay. And one more thing, other type of questions are that at when the load system is crossing a beam, then what is the maximum bending moment? What is the maximum bending moment over the beam? Okay. In that type of situation, section is not given. Okay. We have to identify the section. The first of all, we have to identify the section, and after identifying the section, we need to calculate the bending moment on that section, and that type of calculation, that type of problem comes under the absolute bending moment. Okay. So, absolute bending moment. So, this is the absolute bending moment. Okay. Absolute bending moment. Okay. Prior to this, I would like to first of all finish my previous question. In that question, what I need to calculate? I need to calculate maximum and minimum shear. Okay, shear force value we have calculated. I told you how to calculate the value of minimum and maximum shear force. First of all, we will calculate maximum bending moment at mid of the span. Okay, at mid of the span. So, mid of the span, say this is the mid of the span. Okay, so this is the mid of the span, right? So, what average loading? Say this is x. So, bending moment at x is maximum. So, what I should write here? Bending moment. Okay, here. Bending moment at a section is maximum is maximum when loading, when average loading in AX segment is equal to average loading in BX. Okay. Here we have point loads. Here we have point load. How we will achieve this position? I told you in previous slide that for point load this condition never possible, but we find the load which is responsible to alter the loading. So, how it will be? So, let us see this make a table for that. And table is load crossing the section, load crossing section, then calculate average loading on segment AX, then calculate average loading on segment BX, and here remark. Okay. Let us complete this table. So, first of all 120 kilonewton is crossing. Okay. So, when 120 kilonewton is crossing, then the average loading on XB will be 120 divided by 12, means average loading is 10. Average loading is 10 kilonewton per meter. Okay. And what will be the in this part? In this part 80 180 plus 200, it is 180. Okay. It is here, yes, it is 180 plus, okay, just wait, here loading will be this one 180 plus 200 plus 80. What is the value? 180. Total load is 80. Just let me 80 plus 160 plus 160 plus 200 plus 180. Okay, 540. Okay, total load is 540. So, 540 divided by 12. Okay, what is the value? Divided by 12. Okay, let me check. 80 plus 200 plus 180. 540 divided by 12. It is 45. And here it is 10. So, loading in AX is more. As compared to loading in BX. 120 kilonewton, after 120 kilonewton 180 kilonewton load will be crossing. So, the load present in XB will be 120 plus 180 divided by 12, and its value will be 120 plus 180 divided by 12. It is 25, right, and here load will be 540 minus 180. Okay, 360 divided by 12, and this value is 30. Okay. In this case also loading in AX is more than loading in BX. Okay. What we will do? We will move. Okay. We will move next load 200 kilonewton. Next load is 200 kilonewton. Okay. So, what will be the loading in here? 200. Okay. So, it will be 160 divided by 120 here. Okay. So, 160 divided by divided by 12, not 120, divided by 12. So, it is 13.33, and here we will have 120 plus 180 plus 200 means 500. Total load is 500 divided by 12 is equal to 41.6. Okay. So, look here, loading, average loading in XB part is now 41.6, means loading in AX part is now less than loading on BX part. What it mean? It means that 200 kilonewton load is responsible to change the loading in these two segments. Therefore, this condition is not possible, but at this section bending moment is maximum when 200 kilonewton point load is at the section, Okay. So, this is the condition, that we obtain from this table. Okay. After getting this condition, the next step is very simple. Next step is simple. What will be the step? We will plot the IL for bending moment at the section, and then we will put 200 kilonewton load on that section, and the respective loads will occupy on different places. Clear to everybody? So, the next thing is conclusion is that 200 kilonewton load should be at the section. Okay. Let me complete it. So, first of all, say this point is x. So, the bending moment IL for bending moment at this point is this. This is the IL for bending moment. Okay. IL for bending moment, and this ordinate is this ordinate will be, since this is the midpoint. So, it is L by 4 actually. L by 4 means this ordinate is 6. Okay. If you will compare the steps as we did in case of shear force. Okay. In case of shear force it was simple, but here since we are getting exactly positive sign. Okay. So, it is a little bit tedious. So, load 200 kilonewton should be here. When 200 kilonewton load is here, if 200 kilonewton load is here, then 180, then 120 here should be here, and 80 is here, and 80 is here. Okay. So, this will be the position. This will be the position of the load. Okay. Distances we know that this is 2 meter, this is 3 meter, this is 3 meter, this is 2 meter, this is 3 meter, right. So, this one distance, remaining distance, this one distance will be how much? 3 to 5 means 7 meter, and this one distance will be how much? 3 to 5 is also 7 meter. Okay. Okay, right. Now, the maximum bending moment, to find the value of maximum bending moment, it will be you need to find first of all ordinate. Say this is y 1, say this is y 2, ordinate y 2. Okay. This ordinate say y 3. Okay. Say this is y 4. Okay. Ordinate can be calculated. Ordinate can be calculated using geometry. Geometry means 6 by entire distance is 12. Okay. That is 1 by 2 is equal to y 1 divided by this one distance is 7. Okay, is equal to y 2 divided by how much? 7 plus 2, 9. So, value of y 1 and y 2 can be calculated from here, right. Similarly, this angle and this angle both are same. So, we can also write as y 3 divided y 4 divided by how much? 7. Okay, is equal to y 3 divided by 7 plus 3, 10. So, value of ordinate can be calculated through this equation, through these equations. Okay. Now, we can write the maximum value of bending moment at that section, and what will be that? That will be 80 multiplied by this one y 1 plus 80 multiplied by this one is y 2, okay, plus y 2 plus 200 multiplied by 6, okay, that ordinate we have calculated, okay, 6, okay, 6 plus 180 into y 3 plus another ordinate 120 into y 4. Okay. So, calculate the result and that will be in kilonewton meter. So, this is the step to find the maximum bending moment at a section, The next type of problem which I discussed you in previous slide, that we need to find the absolute bending moment. We also need to find the absolute bending moment. Okay. Absolute bending moment, I have defined you that these are the conditions in the beam where we get the maximum bending moment. No section is given. We need to find the section. Okay. So, the next is absolute bending moment. So, absolute bending moment, meaning of absolute bending moment means no section is given. Okay. No section is given. Okay. No section is given means we need to find the section. We need to find the section which is responsible for absolute bending moment. So, this is the additional. So, this is the additional work to find the absolute bending moment. So, and what is that? We need to find the section which is responsible for absolute bending moment. Okay. So, this is the additional, and that type of thing in case of UDL, we are we are finding this situation through a theorem. Let me explain. If this is simply supported beam, and this is the center C. Okay. Oh, this is the center C. Okay. And load system say W1, W2, W3 and so on W1, okay, and they are spaced some A1, A2 and so on. So, if the CG of the load system, if we want to if the CG of the load system means the total load W will be what? W1 W total will be what? W1 plus W2 plus W2 and so on. So, the CG of load, CG of load system, CG of load system will be if we are calculating from W1, then it will be W1 into 0 plus W2 into A1 and so on divided by W total. Okay. With the help of this expression, we can find the position of the resultant load. Okay. Position of the resultant load. Okay. Yeah, we can say that CG of the load system. We can determine the CG of the load system through that expression. Okay. And CG, once we get the CG, okay, suppose I have this type of situation. Okay, इधर भी कुछ है, इधर भी. Suppose CG is this one. Okay, suppose this is CG. Okay, suppose this is CG of load, CG of load, and suppose this is W1 load and this is suppose W2. Okay, and if W1 is more than W2. Okay, if W1 is more than W2 and load W1 is comparatively nearer as compared to W2, okay, then the midpoint of the beam, then to find the absolute bending moment, this midpoint of the beam should occupy in between that. So, this is the theorem, this is the condition for achieving the position of the section, to achieve the position of the section. Okay. If C point is this, okay, so make the entire diagram, entire beam, make the entire diagram and find out the position of the load. Okay, and bending moment will be maximum under the heavier load. So, the step 1 is we need to find out the section which is responsible for absolute bending moment, and second, okay, after getting the section, it does not mean that bending moment will be required at that section. Okay, we are finding the absolute bending moment. So, the next step will be absolute bending moment will be under the heavier load, So, these are the two steps to find the absolute bending moment. Okay. Let us do this. Okay. So, first of all, find out the CG of the load system. Okay. We need to find the absolute bending moment, right? We need to find the absolute bending moment. So, absolute bending moment from we need to find the CG of the load system. Sorry. So, it is 120 into 0 plus 180 into 3 plus 200 into 5 plus 80 into how much 8, okay, plus 80 into something is wrong 0 3, it is 3 plus 2 5 8 and it is 10, right, divided by total load. total load is 80 plus 80 plus 200 plus 180 plus 120. Okay. So, value of x will be, let me calculate it, 180 multiplied by 3, 540 plus 200 into 5000. Okay, 200 into 5 plus 80 plus 80 into 8 plus 80 into 10. Okay, that is 2980 divided by 40 plus 120. 6, total load is 60 is equal to multiply by 2980. Okay. So, it is 4.515 meter. 4.515 meter. Okay. Please check it out. Okay. Please check this value. Okay. If this is correct value, okay, if the calculation is correct, then I am proceeding. Okay, CG of the load system. Okay, look here. Let us make 5 load. Okay, 120, 180, 180. Okay, 180, 200, 280 and 80. Okay, this distance is 3, this distance is 2. Okay, this is 4.5. So, 4.5. So, this is 4.5. X bar is 4.515. So, this distance is how much? This distance is how much? Minus 5. So, it is 0.485. It is 0.485. Okay. So, what I told you that this one load is heavier, and the CG of the load system is here. Okay. And I told you that the midpoint of the beam, okay, midpoint of the beam AB means this point must be here, must be in between that, means this one distance, and if this is B, this is A, then this one distance should be 12, this one will be 12, right. Since this is 0.485, that distance we know that it is 3, it is 2. Okay. So, that distance can be calculated. Similarly, that distance is how much? 1.515. This distance is known to us. Then that distance can be calculated. Okay. Now, the bending moment will be calculated. Under the heavier load. Okay, under the heavier load. So, plot the bending moment. At this section, plot the ILD for the bending moment. Find out the different ordinates and multiply as we did in previous classes. So, this is the procedure to find the absolute bending moment. And in next classes I will take one tutorial class, so that we have sufficient problems with solution. Okay. Thank you very much.